Coach Cam made this shit.
I'm Brenden Kron. This is Rex, and welcome to Jammin with Kron Rex.
If you don't mind, I want to go on a little rant for a minute.
Yep.
So this isn't our usual topic. This isn't usually how we begin things, but I wanted to go ahead and say it while I guess y'all are watching. We're not like a political commentary, anything.
Okay, I know what this is then.
Yeah, we don't usually take like stances on that, but at a certain point, it becomes a little bit past politics and more into like human rights.
Mm-hmm.
I won't go too much into it because I know that's why you guys are not here. You do not watch Jammin for political takes.
Yeah.
But I will say that Greg Abbott, the governor of Texas, has signed into law the legalization of abortion past 6 weeks, which whether you agree or disagree with that, you know, that's really up to you. I'm not here to argue, but I would just like to say we're going to post some links if that's cool with you.
Yeah.
Directing y'all towards some more information, what's going on there, and a fund that I am myself a part of. There's different like levels you can go. You can donate any amount of money, but it is called the Lilith Fund, and in the past year, they've helped 1,300 women protect protect the rights of their body and, you know, what they want to do with it. So, you know, I'll pretty much just leave it at that. It's up to you what you do with that information, but just know it's in the link, and if you want to help, you know, we're not ourselves in Texas, so
yeah,
there's not too many rallies or events we can attend, but any little bit helps.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I guess on to the podcast.
Yeah,
and it's hard to switch from that to like an actual thing.
I thought you were gonna go with something just crazy, like just
so we do have like a decent amount of things that I would like to talk about.
Yeah, let's do it.
But for I guess the sake of segues, I want to talk about Beyonce.
Okay.
And you know, not because Beyonce's done anything like crazy lately, but it was Beyonce's birthday the other day.
Yep.
As of recording. And I have definitely fallen into the vast majority of people that are just like Beyonce dick riders. And I actually like sat down and thought about how and y'all have heard me talk about the album Lemonade. Mm-hmm. I love every aspect of it. I love a good album about a woman getting cheated on. And kind of sexist, I love a good album about a man cheating on a woman. So I love both of the albums that are in play with that. But in particular with the album Lemonade, I mean, if we want to just start at the album name, Life gave her lemons with, you know, Jay-Z cheating on her. That was the lemons. They're sour. Mm-hmm. It was nasty. It sucked. Mm-hmm. She made Lemonade out of it. She made one of my favorite albums of all time with it.
Yeah.
That's not why she named it Lemonade, not because it's my favorite. But that alone is already gold.
Yeah.
But how powerful everything was after that. So you got to think, Lemonade is pretty much a diss track on the greatest rapper. I'll say the greatest rapper to ever live.
I think so as well.
And, you know, it's not the first person to diss Jay-Z. And it's not the first person to win a diss battle against Jay-Z. I think Nas lost long-term.
Mm-hmm.
Short-term.
The one diss track?
Yes. Yeah. What was that?
Ether.
Yeah. Nas definitely won that one. Long run, Jay-Z, I think, probably comes out on top on that.
What's Jay-Z's diss track back?
I don't know.
I know that he had one.
I know too.
I don't even know it.
Yeah,
but I know
people know
Nas.
Ether.
Yeah.
Yeah. Despite me not knowing it 2 seconds ago. But, so, she drops an entire album dissing him. I mean, anything from, like, the song Daddy Lessons to Sorry, it's just all dissing him.
Yeah.
Just talking about how this guy, the greatest rapper to ever live, would just cry like a fucking bitch to get her back. And I'm not dissing Jay-Z for that. I get it. I've been there.
I'd do the same.
Yeah. I've been there, and I would definitely do that for Beyonce.
Yeah.
So she goes on, drops the album. She drops some music videos, has Jay-Z in some of the music videos where she is publicly dissing him, airing out their,
dirty laundry.
Yeah, their dirty laundry.
Yeah.
And just like fucking publicly shaming him, and he's part of it. She goes on tour for that album and takes him with her to help promote this album where she is just dissing him.
Yeah.
Could you imagine cheating on somebody and then having to go on a tour where they're just telling and reminding everybody, and they're like, he's right here. That is so crazy. That is.
It's also crazy on the other aspect of the 444 of you cheated on arguably the best looking woman of all time. I think she's up there.
Yeah.
And there's definitely a lot of people that agree.
And a celebrity. Like you hear celebrities meeting Beyonce and fainting. Yeah. Like this is no normal person. This is no normal celebrity. This is Beyonce. And like then world renowned, recognized.
Yeah. And then you kind of have like the rap album of like, I cheated and she stayed. That's not what that rap album is at all, but
yeah. But I would say it definitely does have some principle in that because, like, I mean, 444 is the like hotel where Solange kicks the shit out of Jay-Z, and so I don't know. I mean, I just want to say a little late happy birthday, Beyonce, and big props to Lemonade. Holy shit, that is just
it's so good.
I mean, God, that is so. I don't know everything about that album. I like.
That's how I found out
Solange and Beyonce?
Yeah.
Really?
I didn't know they were related.
Damn.
Did you?
Yeah.
You knew they were related before that?
Solange Knowles?
Yeah. I've never heard that, actually. I've actually never... That was the first time I've ever heard her last name said.
Really?
Yeah.
I knew that when she was in the...
Her album?
No.
Oh, what?
The goddamn movie. There was like 20 movies made like it. It was like Step It Up or Bring It On or...
Okay, yeah.
Or Fuck Off. I don't know what it's called.
Step It Up, Bring It On, and Fuck Off.
Yeah, it was some movie like that.
Trilogy.
A competitive dance movie.
Yeah.
Where Solange played the ghetto rival.
I didn't know that she did that.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so...
I'm learning so much about Solange.
You didn't know... You didn't even know Beyonce was Beyonce, in all fairness. I don't mean to air out dirty laundry, but me and this fucking guy went to the flea market, and again, you know it's serious if I'm willing to publicly admit that I go to a flea market now and then.
This is trash.
But we saw some like Austin Powers stuff, and I can't remember if it was a picture or an actual figure.
It was an action figure.
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh no, wait, they got the girl from Austin Powers." And I was like, the girl from Austin Powers? I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, that's Beyonce. And you're like, no way, that's Beyonce. I was like, it always has been, man. I was like, that is Beyonce. And
yeah, that was a mind-blowing experience.
Granted, you didn't have to look it up to know that.
Yeah, I just looked at the figure and I was like,
the second I told you, you was like, yeah, that is Beyonce. Like,
yeah, I couldn't believe it. Yeah, as soon as you said it, I was like, it is. Like, there wasn't the, like, no, you're fucking lying. Like, no, you're bullshitting me here. Like, no. The second you said it, I was like, I cannot believe I never just put two and two together. Like, it always has been. It never wasn't Beyonce. Yeah, I don't know how that one happened.
Yeah. I consider myself somewhat, like, I won't say pop culture, but I don't know if what I'm going for is pop culture, but like a pop cultural savvy person. I'll just say a genius in general. Because I don't want to narrow it down to one thing. But, like, I just know shit. You know? And it really infuriates me when people don't know shit. Because I remember I was like, I can't remember what we was doing, but if you want to hear another example of just some of the dumb shit my girlfriend says.
Real quick then, I was going to make a comment of like, you get mad that people just don't know shit that you know. Sometimes I get mad that people don't care about shit as much whenever I care about stuff. And like, that's something I'm trying to work on.
You got an example?
Devil in a New Dress. I think that's like top 5 best songs I've ever heard. And a lot of people just like, it's okay. It's on the best, like really good album.
I will tell you that is an opinion.
Yeah, but like I care about like.
Oh, okay. You said. Yeah. I thought you said like care about things that you know.
No.
Because like I'll get pissed off at my girlfriend when she doesn't know like where countries are.
No, I'm saying like on the same equivalent of like, oh, you don't know this. That pisses me off. Like I'm like, I love this.
Well, you don't. And then someone.
Yeah, I'm like,
you don't share the same opinion. Is a different thing than saying like you don't know. But it's Devil in a New Dress is top 5 of all fucking time.
But it's like I love this, and someone's like, it's okay. That's why I'm like, I hate it.
Yeah. See, no.
Yeah. They're different, but they're on the same page.
Yeah. It pisses me off when people actually don't know shit. Actually, I was talking about it the other day, with my brain dead girlfriend because I genuinely. I love history. I love a lot about it.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite, there's a lot of things that I say that have like 1,000 holes in it that can just be disproven at any point. I really don't look that deep into things. Yeah. And especially quotes.
You don't know about it.
Yeah. One of my favorite quotes is, it is what it is. And I don't live by that at all.
Yeah.
There is no part of my life where I live by that.
I've also never thought to look up where that started, or like
what it is.
Yeah, there's no way that someone knows the first person.
Well, yeah, because if you go by that, then you're not looking it up because it is what it is. You know, you're not just like, well, I wonder why it is what it is. Who is what it is?
Why is it what it is?
But
keep going.
Not even that. I again, this is not just a history thing, but I'm not a genius per se. But I would say I walk around with a lot of surface level knowledge. Like, and having said that, I have a lot of surface level knowledge about like history, geography and shit. And like, it pisses me off when people don't know things that like you should know. Like, my girlfriend not knowing that New Mexico was part of the United States of America was genuinely frustrating. But holy shit, do I love dumb women. Like, and not actually dumb women. Yeah. Like, I'm not talking ones that have to, like, roll around in a wheelchair dumb. I'm talking about, like, ones that, like, they can get good grades in school, but if you talk to them, you would never guess that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Just, like, you're like, holy shit, how do you function? But, like, in school, they do pretty good.
Yeah.
And my girlfriend's very much one of them. And I don't know. I see examples of that a lot. Like I follow this subreddit called The Right Can't Meme.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much just saying like Republicans aren't funny.
Yeah.
And I have found that to be true about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Mainly that they're not funny. And I saw this one thing is like this one Republican on Facebook posted something about like the similarities between Biden and Hitler. I'm like, okay, I'll read it. You know, I'm kind of curious. And the first one that they said was the reduction in police force or like the defunding of police force. And I was like, no way. One of the first comments isn't somebody like calling that out. Because I was like, that is, I've read one thing and I'm already done. Because if there's one thing about Hitler, it's definitely not the fact that he was lackadaisical on police force. He had some of the most brutal and strict police militia in human history. Yeah. And I don't know. Oh yeah, the saying that I was going to. I didn't even get to fucking say it. It is what it is, but
which I found out who and when that became a thing. But keep going.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. Just is what it is. My favorite saying that I always find to be true, like even the saying "it is what it is."
Mm.
There is no person that it is always it is what it is.
No,
like hey, you need to get down here immediately. Your mom is burning alive in a car wreck. It is what it is, dog. You know, like it's never always that. So my actual favorite saying is the people who those who do not learn history are doomed to repeat it.
Yeah.
And I think that's always like one of the most true things.
You think so?
Yes. Because anybody can get online and say anything they want.
Yeah.
Like, people who don't know shit about history, if they read that whole post about Biden and Hitler similarities, they could just be like, oh my God, that's so true.
Yeah.
And it could change their views forever.
Yeah.
Because you're raised as Americans, you know, I'm not talking to the German audience, that Hitler is bad. And so you're kind of just raised with that. So if you say Biden is Hitler, you're just going to think that if you don't know history, you know? And so I've always found that to be insanely true. Now I actually want to hear how long it has been it is.
J.E. Lawrence coined the phrase.
J?
No, it's like initials.
J?
J. Lawrence coined the phrase.
Jennifer Lawrence?
Oh, shit.
What's Jennifer Lawrence's middle name? If she coined this shit?
When do you think? Do you have a guess?
How long has it been?
It is what it is.
I want to imagine that God damn, I don't know why I'm talking about World War II so much, but I want to imagine one of the true neutrals in the World War coined it.
Yeah.
So I want to say it was coined in 1934 by France.
I would have thought it was closer to that than what it is.
What is?
It is what it is. In 1949.
I'm not too far off, which is weird.
But I also thought it would be older than that.
Yeah. I did too. By like 16 years, 15 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Genius. It's like quick math.
Yeah. But yeah.
By Jennifer Lawrence in 1949.
It's actually stupid on why, but you can read it if you want. I didn't know if you give a shit.
I'm about to knock everything off.
Not again.
So according to the New York Times, the phrase, "it is what it is," appeared as early as 1949. Article by Jennifer Lawrence in the Nebraska State Journal. Didn't know she's from Nebraska. No, thought she was home from the home state. From the home state.
Hugo.
Russia. Lawrence used the phrase when describing the difficulty faced during frontier-era life in Nebraska.
Yeah.
The new land is harsh and vigorous and sturdy. The fuck? Oh, hold on. What? I don't know.
Oh, no. What are you looking up on my phone? This can't be good. Whatever you're looking up on my phone.
Oh, God damn it. Okay, Jennifer Lawrence's middle name is Schrader.
Yeah, so it's not Jennifer Lawrence. You looking at, what are you doing?
I also wanted to see what year she was born, because if it was like 1940, then I'd been like, damn, I can't believe she wrote that article at 9 years old in Nebraska.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Shout out to Jennifer Lawrence. That's pretty dope. It is what it is. If I really, and I granted, this is obvious, if I don't give a shit about something, then it is what it is. You know, like if
that's kind of what it is. That is what it is.
Yeah. But if it's something I kind of have control over, then that I do not live by that at all.
Yeah.
Especially by traffic, I cannot stress enough how much we hate traffic. We've talked about it multiple times.
I'm trying to think of, because of what you just said, I'm trying to think of like what the dividing line is of like where it is what it is versus
it's not what it is.
It isn't.
This is not.
It isn't what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder what that dividing line is, because I don't think it's just like necessarily if like I care about it or not, because there are some stuff that like some aspect I care about, but it is what it is. Like, there's just nothing I can do about it, so it is what it is.
You know what I'll tell you when it's not what it is?
What?
Before, what'd you think of the Spider-Man trailer?
Oh, I think it looks good.
Are you happy about it?
Yeah.
Do you have any good predictions for it? Or?
So this is why I like it. I think that it doesn't reveal too much. Lately, I think we've seen the trend of the ending is in the trailer.
Yeah.
Like, we see the final minutes of the movie. I want to see the first 15 minutes of the movie and nothing more in the trailer. I want to be surprised. And there is still the big rumors of Garfield and Maguire being in this. And if a trailer shows them, then I'm going to be really disappointed. Because I was actually going to ask you if you wanted to go to the theaters day one, as soon as it drops, because it's going to get spoiled. The second this movie drops, it'll be spoiled.
I hate the fact that that rumor has been passed around, because I feel like for a lot of people, I'm not one of those people.
Yeah.
But if Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are not a part of it, I won't fucking care. But if they are a part of it, I'll lose my shit, because that's really cool. I hate that rumor's been floating around for a while, because I feel like that should have been something entirely left up to actually watching the movie.
Yeah.
Instead of maybe the fact that people have been talking about for a little bit, so maybe the studio felt pressure to actually include them, and now the inclusion might not be genuine, and it might be a little forced just to appease audience.
Yeah.
But this is one of the only times that I actually want to see a movie in theaters. And granted, a lot of times when I do want to see a movie in theaters, it is a comic movie.
Yeah, it's Marvel.
Yeah, it's part of the MCU.
Yeah.
That's usually the only time I want to see something in movies. I don't care to see Candyman in theaters.
No. Actually, I think Candyman's better not in theaters.
Have you seen it?
No, but I'm just saying, like, a horror thriller-esque movie is probably better not in theaters. If you watch it in your house, alone, or with, like, a small group of people, if you have a fucking group, like, a party, and they all come over and watch Candyman, I bet it's not scary at all. But if, like, a small 1, 2, maybe even 3 people, 4 max, watching a scary movie alone, that's way scarier in your house than in theaters. I think so.
Have you ever done shit in a theater? That can mean anything, you pervert.
You know.
I know. I mean it. Sexually.
I know what you mean.
I mean it sexually.
Yeah.
I 300% do. But you immediately assumed it.
Yeah, because I know you.
You pig.
I know you. You pig.
Yeah. I'm bricked up right now thinking about it.
You took them CMOS pills? Yeah, that's what did it.
Yeah.
Yep.
It has improved my libido.
No, not really. It just seems...
Danny. Libido. Call me Danny Libido.
I've had a couple chances to do shit at the movies. And
I completely forgot what we were talking about. I was just thinking my erection.
But I was like, no, like I don't want to do it here.
You never wanted to?
No.
True story.
Oh, God.
I mean, every story I've told on here is true, but this sounds not like it's not true. But I have been inspired by the Chappelle Show.
The fact that you said true story makes me 100% believe, because you've never told me any stories of you at the theater. I 100% believe this is fake. But keep going. I can't wait to hear it.
You watched the Chappelle Show, right?
Not all of it. I've seen probably like 60, 70% of it. Like, I've seen a good amount of it.
Do you remember the segment, Great Moments in Hookup History?
Yeah, I don't remember a movie theater one, but yeah.
Okay, I would say, because if you do, then, spoiler alert, you know that I shoved my dick in a thing of popcorn.
You did that for real?
Yeah, I actually busted out the bottom of the hole in the popcorn. And it was crazy, because we was actually on a double date, and we was all sharing the popcorn. And it was in a...
Every time your buddy just went to reach for the popcorn, you smack his hand. No.
I swear to God, I'll tell you off camera, but... I still talk to this guy that was with me. He is actually still a pretty good friend of mine.
I think I have a guess then.
Yeah, we've been trying to hang out for a couple weeks.
Yeah, I have a good guess.
I swear to God, I wish he was here for this, because if he remembers this, if he has,
did he know?
Yeah, he knows, because I had to like.
His girlfriend goes for the popcorn, you just... You reach for the popcorn, just...
Actually, you actually know somebody else that was there. You know 75% of the people that was there, and you know the other person, but I don't think you actually knew the person. Yeah, you know
100% of people that were there.
Yes. Yeah. And
I can't wait to hear.
Yeah, I can't remember the movie we was watching. Oh god damn it! Sorry to out you. I wish I had his address. I fucking say it.
I'm gonna censor his name, but
don't.
Yes, I'm going.
Yeah. I wish I had his address because I'd fucking spill that too. But yeah, if you ever saw Great Moments in Hookup History, a good segment on the Spell Show, you know that this guy took this girl out to a movie and he used a pocket knife to cut a hole in the bottom of the popcorn for his dick to be further inserted. I didn't have one with me, so I had to aggressively work my thumb through the bottom of a bucket of popcorn. I didn't think a lot of steps ahead because I wasn't on the outside of the group of 4. I was on the inside, so there was people on both ends trying to get popcorn from me. Yeah, and I was like, I can't pass it down. Yeah, you know, like all the popcorn's gonna fall out of it.
Like, I actually didn't think about that.
Yeah,
like, I didn't think
like
about
Gravity.
Like,
yeah, well, like you know that movie.
I didn't think of you just being like, "Oh, do you want some popcorn? Here, let me pass it to you." Yeah,
like you know that movie where I only remember it from Scary Movie. I can't remember what actual movie it was in, but whenever that girl gets pinned against a tree, by a car, and she is being kept alive only by that car keeping her organs together, and if the car backs up, then she's dead. That was happening with my dick in the popcorn.
Scary Movie's so funny because that dude that hit her just goes, "Hey, I'm gonna need a ride back."
This fucking killed his wife, and not to mention, Charlie Sheen used his real life fucking wife of Denise Richards.
I didn't. That was
Denise Richards.
Oh my god!
Genuinely, near the prime of her life, the hottest woman to ever fucking exist. I love that movie so goddamn much. I love Denise Richards. I love Charlie Sheen. How long's he had AIDS?
I don't know.
Long story short, I can't remember what movie I saw, but
Did it work?
Yeah, not to complete finish because I don't know what I expected to finish on or where.
Yeah, did you finish in the popcorn?
Yeah, so I didn't really think of that long term. I just know at least 2 people touched my penis that night.
No, I already have to edit so much.
And add a couple links. I got to send you those links. I am so excited. I cannot wait to text this guy after. Because I almost guarantee he has forgotten everything. But the second I text him, he's going to know what movie, what day, how much butter we put in the popcorn.
It wasn't butter.
That was a very bad, skin decision on my part. Because, I probably should have, just completely broken out on my dick.
Yeah, you just covered your dick in butter.
I got extra butter that day, too. It's pretty much lube at that point. But, to full circle that.
Okay. It is what it is.
I'll even fuller circle that. At this point, you have seen our over-under.
Probably.
No. You have. You have seen our over-under by now. You know, one of the things we talked about was the What If comics.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny to me, but it's not actually funny. There's a lot of things that are funny to me that aren't really funny.
Yeah.
And the multiverse is so funny to me because of Spider-Man.
Okay, keep going.
Because if you guys aren't aware, my favorite Spider-Man movie of all time is a multiverse.
Oh, Into the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah. I was like, what could it be? Because I was thinking of I was going to say 9, but it's actually 8. It's going to be 8 now. Because, Garfield never got a third.
No.
Because that's...
In all fairness, only Toby has got a third. Well, now and Tom Holland's getting a third.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it'll be 8 total, and then 9 with Spider-Verse. But yeah. Spider-Verse is also... I think Spider-Verse is the best, so it's my favorite too.
Yeah, it is my favorite. Yeah. And in that one, shout out to that one for having an African-American lead play as Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. I've been waiting for that for years. No secret, big fans of Donald Glover, a.k.a. Childish Gambino over here.
Did you see the reference to him in that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Big fan of that.
Really subtle, but so good.
I think every aspect of that movie they nailed. It was genuinely my favorite movie of that year. And I will say, like, as far as it is concerned, of, like, comic movies in general, it's top tier.
Oh, yeah.
And... I don't know. I really wish Gambino would have been able to play Spider-Man, but that's beside the point. He did voice Miles in a cartoon.
Yes, which I love.
Which I think's great. I would still much prefer to see him in a live-action movie of his own. I think Donald Glover completely deserved that.
Yeah, he's obviously shown he's an amazing everything. Writer, director,
artist,
artist,
stand-up comedian,
actor,
producer,
fucking writer, everything.
Director. I mean,
everything. He can do everything.
He can cast the shit out of a thing too. I mean, he got Rihanna. Yeah, that's not an accident.
I mean, come on, he knew what he was doing.
But it is, again, not funny, but pretty funny. The fact that Miles is a multiverse thing.
Yeah.
Because I want to imagine the pitch behind that. Where they're like, because there's so much different shit that happens in comic books to the point where a lot of the comics aren't even canon, but they're just like side off shit of like, oh, what if this happened? Or like, this writer has control of this one, but it's not canon. It's canon to this storyline. There's just so much shit to keep track of.
Yeah.
But I just want to imagine the pitch behind Miles was like, hey, I want to write about Spider-Man. Like, terrific. People love Spider-Man. I can't wait to hear what you have to say next.
Yeah.
Kicker, he's black. And they're like, not in this world. And he goes, okay. Boom. Begins the multiverse. I can't imagine at that time they were like so stoked about that. So it's always made me laugh.
Yeah.
Like the literal translation of not in this world, and the writer's just like, I hear you loud and clear. Not in this world is there a black Spider-Man. Multiverse.
The other ones.
The multiverse begins. So honestly, I love the casting of Tom Holland as Spider-Man, but I'm honestly surprised they didn't just go with like a Miles portrayal of Spider-Man at this point. Which I mean,
still could happen.
Yeah, Into the Spider-Verse made that happen.
Yeah, shout out for Sony for doing a really good Spider-Man
and it is
movie.
cool, but I feel like it doesn't mean as much until it like reaches live action.
Yeah,
and I feel like they really missed a chance with Donald Glover being Spider-Man.
How do you feel about Into the Spider-Verse 2?
Love it.
I just don't know where they're going to go with it.
I don't know either.
But because it's multiverse,
they have a lot of places to go.
Yeah, like there's just everything. Like they can do anything. So yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
So I actually thought A Star Is Born dropped the same year, or not A Star Is Born. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood dropped 2018.
I don't think it did it?
It did not. Yeah. Which is when Into the Spider-Verse dropped.
Yeah.
So I looked up best movies of 2018: Infinity War, Black Panther, Deadpool 2, Venom, Mission Impossible, Incredibles 2, Bohemian Rhapsody, Han Solo, A Quiet Place.
The greatest movie Tom Cruise has ever been in is Tropic Thunder.
A Star Is Born, Hereditary.
Oof.
Yeah. Because I really did...
It still stands, honestly.
Yeah, it does. It's easily top 5.
Yeah. I would say
Black Klansman, which I haven't seen, bought it, really want to see it still.
Yep. We have been meaning to watch it for the longest time.
I think I bought it in 2018. And it's been in our it's been in our like 2 watch lists, and just we fucking have it.
Yeah. So
I want to see Adam Driver as literally anything other than
a wide Kylo Ren.
the widest.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren. Yeah.
So to go less back, because a lot of our podcast is backtracking, because holy shit, we just bounce everywhere in our timeline.
Yeah, which is great.
So we went back all the way as far as for us, it's like an hour ago. For you guys, it's yesterday. So now I'm going to reel it back in a little bit of when it's not what it is.
Okay. When you ask me something? What do you mean?
Tom Holland banging out Zendaya.
That's
not when it is what it is.
That ain't
it's
what
not,
it ain't.
Yeah, it's not what it is anymore.
Nah.
That's not okay. I mean, there's something with the role of Spider. I mean, I get it. What are you supposed to say? She is like, what pitch are you supposed to say to drive her away from Spider-Man? It's Spider-Man.
I got 2 quick things about this. One,
not quick enough.
My girlfriend loves that they're together, and they're like, I love that relationship, so she brings it up all the time.
On paper, I do too.
I hate it.
On paper, I love it.
I love it. I hate it. So I hate hearing about it, but she brings it up so much, and I'm like, I don't want to hear about them. I want Zendaya. Like,
yeah.
Like,
why,
I don't
want
to hear about Tom Holland.
Like, and I fucking love Tom Holland, dude.
Shout out Tom Holland. This was my second thing. For multiple times pitching a sex scene with him and Mary Jane, which is Zendaya. So,
which I get, bro.
Dude, I would do it.
You gotta go for it.
I would.
It's like, man, come on.
I don't even know if that's true. I 100% believe it, because why wouldn't you?
Yeah. It's at least worth mentioning. You know, you're working for Disney.
Yeah. It's probably not going through.
It's not going to happen, but you're just like, hey, man,
what if?
I'm doing this movie for you guys.
It is Mary Jane, like we do in the comics. What if we do in the movie?
Yeah, like at some point I do give her cancer. Why don't we just make this, why don't we just push this storyline a little bit? Like, that's actually part of the, like, what ifs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what if she gets nut cancer? Which, I don't want to see Zendaya get nut cancer. I know you probably think I'm talking about testicular cancer.
Yeah, I'd say that's not...
Yeah, I don't think Zendaya has a pair of testicles. But I mean, like, we've seen it with every Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield, Emma Stone.
Who was Mary Jane in the original?
Oh,
I don't know her.
Kirsten Dunst.
Okay.
Yeah, Kirsten Dunst and Tobey Maguire. And, now we're seeing it with Tom Holland and Zendaya.
I get it.
It's not what it is, man.
Yeah, I get it, though.
It's just heartbreaking.
I don't like it, but I get it.
It's heartbreaking. It really is. Yeah. It just destroys a lot of it. It was actually her birthday recently, too.
So her, I guess.
I guess.
I'm not happy with her right now. Should have been me.
No. I'm pretty happy for the dude.
Yeah. No, I really like Tom Holland.
I am upset because he's short.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually was going to say, I don't like someone shorter than me succeeding to that level.
Yeah, it is pretty fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Let's not stray too far away from things. We are jamming. What is your song of the week?
Okay. Mine is... So I've seen... We been doing the Kanye bracket, and weirdly enough, we seen a couple comments saying, like, this is one of my favorite songs ever. We've seen, like, a couple comments saying that. We've seen... and also, just in conversation, I've seen a bunch of people say, like, this is my favorite song ever. This is one of my favorite songs ever. And so it's made me kind of think about that more. And so my song of the week is easily a top 5 favorite song ever, APIDTA.
Oh.
By Jay Electronica.
Yeah, that went in a different direction. Why does that correlate?
Because that's top 5 favorite songs ever.
For you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, easy. But, and also, the reason I go with this one rather than...
was Kanye in that fucking song?
No, the reason I go with this one other than others is because we've both put a Kanye song up. You obviously switched yours. Then you just put another Kanye song up. And if we're going to say, like, what song I've listened to the most, it's easily Kanye, because I've been listening to Donda, and we've tried not to repeat artists. This would be the third time of one artist. So, not Kanye. Top 5 favorite songs ever.
You ain't gotta lie about it, though, man.
API DTA is definitely the song.
What if you're not going with that?
If I wasn't going with that, it'd be Come to Life by Kanye.
Okay, good, because mine's Jail by Kanye. No, I'm just kidding. Can you guess what mine is?
I did consider going with a second Baby Keem song, but at the same time, I kind of felt like if we're looking at the playlist, if any artist has 2 songs, and it's Kanye just did, how does Baby Keem, the second artist that does?
You're overthinking it.
Don't know.
We don't have to hold it that much. Bro,
that's how
it is what it is until it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
Well, so, and
what's yours?
That starts at Zendaya.
What's yours?
And a guy who looks like he's had a frog in his mouth.
If I had to guess yours,
doesn't he?
It would be yes.
I swear, I saw that comment so long ago that they was like. Tom
I think that
Holland.
was the first Spider-Man movie that someone said that, and it is stuck.
It is so accurate.
Yeah.
He was like, they was like, Tom Holland looks like he snuck a frog into class and then had to hide it in his mouth and is trying to keep it a secret from everybody at school. He really does. Great looking dude, though. I'm not going to hate on him. Great looking dude. I'm gonna hate on him a little bit.
What's your song of the week?
Guess. Can you guess?
I would have guessed Too Sexy, but you said no.
Yeah, it is no.
I would have guessed the Baby Keem song.
I'll give you 17 more guesses.
Is it on Kanye's new album?
Bleed It Out by Linkin Park.
No fucking way.
My favorite song by them by a long shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. I love that the chorus sounds like SpongeBob a little bit. I bleed it out. The chorus. It hits so fucking hard, and I swear to God, all the way up until the other. When I say the other day, I mean Saturday. It was Way Too Sexy or Jail because I have had those songs on repeat. But I was at the gym and I was fucking running. I was doing cardio, and I was like, man, maybe I could just run for 10 minutes instead of 12.
Yeah.
But then I heard "Bleed It Out" by Linkin Park, and I just fucking ran through it. I tore my ACL. It was all worth it, and I couldn't have done it without Bleed It Out. It was fucking great. What was you going to say?
Rest in peace. I can't think of his name.
Rest in pussy, buddy. Look, Chris... Oh, no. I'm thinking of Coldplay. Chris Martin's Coldplay, ain't he?
I feel so...
I get them two mixed up, man. I really do.
Chester Bennington.
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
R.I.P., buddy.
R.I.P., yeah.
R.I.P., man. And, sorry it took so fucking long for Linkin Park to be on the Jammin playlist.
Yeah.
But, you know...
We're 2 white guys. They should have been, like...
One.
Yeah, week 1.
In all fairness, week 1, I had Father John Missy's. Having said what we have said, being who we are, what's hanging and danging up there, we gotta talk about Donda and Certified Lover Boy.
We've talked a little bit about Donda. Certified Lover Boy. I've listened to Certified Lover Boy pretty much all the way through once. I say pretty much because I've probably missed like 2 songs. But I wasn't impressed. There's a couple songs that are fun that I kind of like and I can see myself returning to. Way Too Sexy, I'll go ahead and say it. Way Too Sexy is fun as shit. And the problem I have with it is the first time I heard it, I was like, this is fun but kind of annoying. I'm wondering when it is finally just annoying or if it hits just fun. Like, I'm like, oh, this is a fun song. I love listening to it. Or if it's going to be like, all right, I never want to hear this again.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of iffy on, like, in a week from now, how that song will live up. I said, you're making so much noise. Donda, I love it. There is a couple songs. The Pop Smoke song shouldn't be on it. It's so useless. It feels like Kanye was just like, Pop Smoke's a
R.I.P.
R.I.P. But he shouldn't be on this album.
You're not useless, Pop Smoke.
It feels
Even though Brenden thinks so.
no.
R.I.P.
I love Pop Smoke. Actually,
pussy buddy.
I really like. I actually got into him late because I kind of didn't really listen to his music. I heard like a couple songs. I was like, it's okay. And then once he passed his first album after he passed, I was like, oh, I love this actually. But on this album, he feels like he's dead. Let's put him on as some extra clout. It just doesn't. It doesn't fit. It doesn't feel right.
To me, it is kind of out of place. But I don't think Kanye is gonna just do it just because, like, let's get some clout off the fact that he's dead.
He's not,
because Kanye works with a lot of newer artists. He's working with people that before we go too far into this, I would feel remiss if we didn't mention the fact that Sean C has a great. Has great reviews on both of these.
Yes.
So, he's brought to life some of the things that I now carry about both those albums, some things I didn't realize before.
We'll talk about albums. Sean C. perfectly talks about albums.
Yes.
I agree with Sean C. so much. He is my favorite reviewer.
Yeah, same. So, go check him out, too. Yeah. I just want to say it before I go too far into this.
Yeah.
Because he goes into the fact that Kanye, one of the things that set Kanye apart is his willingness to work with anybody.
Yeah.
And to some that might sound like a bad quality. You might just sound like a whore at that point.
Yeah.
But Kanye being where he's at, he is genuinely capable of bringing out the best of artists that a lot of people didn't even know they were capable of.
Yeah.
Like stuff that he brings out of like Cardi or Lil Baby.
Yeah.
He brings out a lot of good qualities of people on Donda. Even though Donda's not even my favorite of this year, I definitely like it more than Kanye's past two releases. There is definitely some big.
I put it over Ye as well, which I don't know if is a popular opinion or not.
I feel like it's a very popular opinion.
A lot of people love Ye.
I like Ye.
I do too.
I like it more than Jesus is King.
I like it a lot more than Jesus is King.
I do too. But yeah, I think Donda is an actually good album.
I think Donda is Kanye's fourth worst album. Is that right? It's better than Ye. It's better than Cruel Summer and.
Is that fair to call that his album?
Every ranking of Kanye's.
Isn't that a good music album?
Every Kanye best albums, I always see
it
Cruel
always,
Summer
always included.
So
it is.
I include it. Same as like Watch the Throne.
Yeah,
I include it just because it's always on the list.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I like it better than three of his albums, which is good as his latest album and his 11th.
Yeah, I mean, dude's in his fucking 40s.
I mean, I think it's his 11th or 12th album. To not be your worst is fucking crazy.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, dude's in his 40s and he's still... he's still looking good. His parts in it aren't particularly the best. His production is still phenomenal.
So, actually...
you know how they say with fighters, as they age, the last thing to go away is their power? Mm-hmm. To me, that is reminiscent of Kanye's production style.
Yeah.
Like, that is the last thing to go away is his production skills.
Yeah,
like
Kanye will always be top 5 producers.
Yeah, that is going to be the last thing that fades away from him. He's not the rapper he was that, like, whenever he put out My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy or even Yeezus.
But he knows that. Because you can tell on Donda because he's not the focal point on Donda.
Yeah.
He's on the ass end of a lot of those songs.
Yes.
And he doesn't do the chorus. He doesn't do the first verse. Shit, he may not do the second verse.
Yeah.
Like, he might just be the third verse of a song, and that's it on his own album.
Yes.
And the thing that Sean C. said it, he said that Kanye sometimes, on a lot of the songs on Donda, he feels like the song was made for them, and he's on it.
Yeah.
I feel the same way about some of the songs on the first listen of Certified Lover Boy about Drake. The difference is Kanye gave himself a very small part of the song, Drake is the main part of the song. So Drake not feeling like the song is
Yeah.
his song and the features really take over
Yeah.
is bad when you're the main part. Versus it's not as bad, still a little bad. That when Kanye does it, when he only has one fucking verse.
Yeah. So,
But I am curious on, because right now Donda is my favorite album of the year. I do think Call Me If You Get Lost will probably take it by the end of the year, because that's my number 2. But I'm curious to see if Certified Lover Boy ages better for me, if Donda keeps just being my favorite, or if Call Me If You Get Lost is just still consistent. Because that is like, I feel like that one's consistent, but the recency bias is like, I just don't want to listen to anything other than Donda.
So a quick breakdown of all these things and an explanation on why we're grouping them together. I will say that if you call Me If You Get Lost is still by and far my favorite album of the year.
Yeah.
Jail is my favorite song of the year so far.
Yeah.
The Jay-Z inclusion, the Jay-Z feature, Jay-Z, what seems like he is speaking directly to Kanye's mother is just heart-wrenching. Like,
And-
it just pulls at the heartstrings that I genuinely didn't know I had. Like, I didn't feel that kind of emotion watching The Notebook, Marley and Me. Like, just by myself, it made me sad.
Yeah.
But happy.
Yeah.
You know, saying like, oh, even though, you know, like, I got him. Like, don't worry. Like I'll make sure he stops with all the MAGA shit. Like, he's coming home.
That song's
tonight.
so good because I think Kanye does so good on it, and he's the worst part. I already said I'd kiss Mike Dean if I ever seen him because of that song. What he does on those fucking guitar riffs is crazy. And then Jay-Z's part is phenomenal.
Well, and Jay-Z's just the GOAT. I mean, this isn't the verse that proves Jay-Z's the GOAT. Jay-Z's been the GOAT in my eyes for a while.
Yeah.
But stuff like this really just kind of shows. Like, I mean, he had by and far the best part to me, the best part in the entire Donda album, and we got it so early in the fucking album. It was great.
It's pretty much it's the first real song.
Yeah.
Because we get an intro that's kind of a...
It's like a, just
it's an intro.
Donda. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we go into the first song, and there it is.
Yeah.
It's a song in jail.
Yeah. So Jay-Z's the GOAT, basically. Kanye still amazing at production, still great at showcasing new talent, working with new people, working to their strengths instead of just having them on an album that's revolved around his strengths.
Yeah.
He showcases their strengths.
Yeah.
So I think Kanye's always been great at that, and this is just more of an example.
Yeah. And I'll say that with Certified Lover Boy, Drake's albums are always the same for me. Drake is, voice-wise, if he wants to rap, rapping-wise, if he wants to sing, singing-wise, he could be top 5 in every category. He is so good. But because he's so good, I hold him to this extremely crazy expectation. So every time an album drops, I'm like, oh, this is ass. And then later is when I start to pick out songs. I'm like, oh,
because you're not holding it to that standard.
I start to go back to it. I'm like, oh, I really like this. Or I hear like I'll hear it play on something else. I'm like, what was that? And then I'll hear it. I'm like, damn, why didn't I like this at first? And that's why I kind of like, I don't want to count out Certified Lover Boy, but right now, same problem.
I also fall victim of that because in my eyes, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is the upper echelon of rap albums. I think it is pure rap perfection. It is just like the pinnacle to me.
To me, it's the best album ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
And for me, Drake's not too far away with, if you're reading this, it's too late. It is damn near a perfect album for me, especially as far as rap concerned. There's not a whole lot of weak points in it. Mm-hmm. There are definitely songs I like less than the others, but even those songs aren't bad.
Yeah.
Like, it's a strong album. I think it's the strongest showcase of Drake's full abilities. And the reason why we're grouping them together is because I have... okay, but before I say that, my take on Certified Lover Boy, it was fun. You know, I when I first listened to it, I was kind of disappointed.
Yeah.
I listened to it again, and I was like, why am I such a dick?
Yeah.
Like, I need to stop holding it to, like, this level. I'm expecting it to be this.
Yeah.
And it's not. And it shouldn't be. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
Artists evolve. They change. They're different. I don't want to hear an album that sounds like another album.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I always compare it to other albums.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know why I do that. Like Billie Eilish just released an album, and I'm like, oh, I don't like it because it doesn't sound like When We All Fall Asleep. But I'm like, it shouldn't.
Yeah.
I want to hear new shit from them. I want to hear them evolve, grow, move on to different stages. Tell me about new parts of their life, new experiences, you know, just different things.
Yeah. But the problem is I think that we're spoiled by someone, and I'm just going to use Kanye because we're obviously talking about Kanye, but Kanye's each album almost, other than Jesus is King, actually, yeah, Jesus is King and Donda does sound crazy different.
Yes.
Every single album, if you listen to one next to the next,
it's different stages.
They sound almost completely different.
Yeah.
Especially once you hit College Dropout to Late Registration's the closest. And then from there on, they're drastically different one to the next. And I think that we're either spoiled that if it sounds a little like another one, we immediately compare it to that one. Because even Donda is being compared to, like, The Life of Pablo.
Yeah.
Because it does have the similarities. The way that the features are listed, the way that the production is kind of done, the way that the fucking rollout was, it does sound a little similar in that sense. That we're going to compare it some way. That, like, Drake albums, though, he's not drastically different. Like, he's not going from a pop album to a rap album to a jazz album. Like, he's doing...
But you don't have to switch genres for you to go through different stages.
He's kind of doing a similar thing.
Yeah.
But it is different.
Like, and I've always known that I really like change in artists, even though I do have a tendency to compare artists to their previous work, because I'll say without a doubt the three most influential artists to me and impactful to me in rap have been Kanye, Gambino, and Tyler the Creator. And over their careers, their careers, they have showcased copious changes. I mean, you can...
Gambino's like the least, and
Gambino's is the least,
and that's really saying something. Like,
yeah, and I mean, you can see even by how they walk around, their clothes, it changes. Like, from album to album, they're dramatically different people. They're in a different mindset. And so I've always known that I love that. I love the change. But it always scares me to know that they're changing. Like, seeing Tyler going just wearing the shit he did for Wolf. And then, because I loved that album at the time. I still do.
Yeah.
But at the time, it's like one of my favorite albums of all time.
Yeah.
As Tyler's released more albums, it's dropped.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, just seeing him change his persona, I'm like, oh no, is this going to be like Hangover 2? Or, like, I'm always scared of a sequel.
Especially
I genuinely am.
Especially for him, like, Flower Boy felt like his pinnacle. I was like, this is perfect.
And I was scared. That made me scared.
And then Igor, I was like, oh no. And then it dropped. I was like, oh, this is way better than I expected. Yeah. And then his change again, I was like, oh no. And then it's way better than I expected.
Instead of appreciating things for what it is at the moment, I'm always scared for what's next. Because I'm like, what are they going to do next? Like, even though Kanye hasn't reached the pinnacle or peak like he did with My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, everything's been good. Like, he's been a part of great things, and he is still entertaining us, which at the end of the day is his job.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I've appreciated a lot of that. Drake's even went through multiple changes, whether it's being a guy who's falling in love with strippers to a guy who's just, I'm the best of all time, fucking deal with it,
to way too sexy,
to why I was disappointed with that album.
Yeah.
Because I loved the songs like
Way Too Sexy and Girls Want Girls because I felt like that fit the album. Like, the whole rollout to the album, I was like, oh, Drake's going to go full on fuckboy. This is certified lover boy. This guy is only interested in pussy. He's going to say anything to get it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how gimmicky he sounds or how goofy he sounds. This guy is just kind of playing into the fact that he is in it for the puss.
Yeah.
But we didn't get a lot of that.
No, you're right.
And I hated Way Too Sexy at first.
Yeah.
And then I stopped being a dick about it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I love this song.
Yeah.
It literally took the first listen, I hated it.
Yeah.
The second listen, I fell in love with it.
The first,
I listened to it so many times at the gym today.
The first listen, I laughed.
Yeah.
When I heard it, because I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, because anytime that I've ever heard a sample, I'm always like, "What is that sample?" Like, if I very distinctively know it's a sample, I'll look it up, and it's like a song from the 30s that I've never even heard of, a band that only performed one song, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "How do you even know this?" The "I'm Too Sexy," like, I've heard that cameoed 1,000 times, so I was like, what is he doing? I was like, what is this?
I can't wait.
I was like, what is Future doing on this? And then, it was just so fun. I was like, I don't think that I'll like this song, but it's fun. And right now, I love that song. It's because of the same reason. It's just so fun. Future's having so much fun on it. Thug's having so much fun on it. Drake's having so much fun on it.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't a song that was very serious.
And, for totally different reasons, I think genuinely one of my favorite lines of this year is from Jail, which is whenever he says like, "I don't have to see you to touch you." That's what Braille look like. There's it's on site. There's so many quotes like "Don Dime with your baby tonight," or
that one's crazy.
Yeah, like
Red Cap.
Yeah, no
Red Cap. I'm getting them home tonight, or something.
Yeah,
like that.
like take no more cap. Like, talking about like Cap, but he's like no more Red Cap.
Yeah.
We're going home tonight.
Yeah,
like,
no
I
more
got
Red Cap,
him. I'm gonna bring his dumb ass home. We're gonna
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about it. And I love that. It felt like Jay-Z was being a big brother, like he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But totally different reason. One of my other favorite lines I've heard this year is molest me, caress me, I'll let you to Daysky. And if you even, Grant, in context, you probably know who I'm talking about, but if you're just listening to this part and you don't know who I'm talking about, you have never listened to Young Thug before.
Yeah, it's Thug.
Because, one of my favorite activities is genuinely listening to Young Thug and reading his lyrics because it's golden. And I don't want this to come off as like disrespectful or like I'm making fun of his artistry or his lyrics because I genuinely do appreciate them. It's not just look how stupid this is. But they're entertaining. I love his lyrics.
They're creative in a way, like, there's a sense of creativity of like, I would never in 1,000 years think of that. And a lot of his lyrics are that way that I'm like, I like that. Like, I don't think they're like the best ever sometimes, but 90% of the times I'm like, I would have never thought of that. And something that I've heard before is like, if you know what's about to happen, I think it was Lil Wayne, I may be wrong, but someone was like, if you can guess my next lyrics, I've done bad. Yeah. And he is someone I never feel that way.
Like, never in my life would I guessed Papa Willie, I got condoms, I got slingshots.
Slingshots.
I would never guess that. And I'll say, and again, I'll return to the no disrespect thing, because 300%, I mean no disrespect, 500%, he doesn't mean any disrespect from it. We'd love to have you as a guest someday.
I bought... I don't love the new Slime Language CD.
Yeah. But you bought it.
I bought it because...
signatures on it, buddy.
Because Thug's signatures on it,
So if you ever want to come by, bring some condoms and slingshots, and we can just fire them off. What? You can just shoot them off and it not be gay.
Telling a dude to come through and bring condoms is...
It's gay if you think it is. You can definitely do that in a straight way.
You just come through, bring condoms?
Yeah.
In a straight way?
The bitch is coming over.
I guess,
Yeah. You're just immediately gay.
But
You're
again,
just immediately gay.
the reason they're all grouped together, and we are not these people, but I just want to acknowledge how stupid these people are, of the fact that there are people out there who's like, what are you listening to, Drake or Kanye? It's not an or. It's not a fucking or. You're not a part of their fucking life. They don't know you.
Yeah.
They don't fucking know you. And it's, if one of them, if you was a diehard fan, like say, I would say, I guess out of rappers, Tyler is the most that I stand for.
Yeah.
I hate that term. I hate that I just used it. I am out of the rappers. I am the biggest fan for Tyler. And if he was like, "Oh, if you're a fan of me, then you won't stream Certified Lover Boy," then I'd be like, I think it's a weird request, but if he's in the wrong, I'll abide by that. I want to support you. I don't want it to support him if it means that much against you. But neither one of these guys have came out and said anything like that. Yeah. This is a personal thing between. It's not to better state it. Yeah. It's not a Kanye versus 50 Cent beef. Mm-hmm. It's not like you're trying to support who you want to win this.
Yeah.
Because it's so goddamn stupid. It's a personal thing between them two. Yeah. And if you're seriously not listening to one of them, because odds are, at some point, if you was a Drake fan, you were a Kanye fan. And if you're a Kanye fan, you were a Drake fan.
Yeah.
Odds are.
I can't imagine that you're a big fan of one of them and you've never liked the songs of the other one.
And even long before this, we personally experienced this at Camp Flognaw.
Yeah.
Because, if you're a Kanye fan, there's a decent chance you'll be a Tyler fan too.
Yeah. And
people publicly booed Drake because of that. And I think that's so goddamn stupid. They don't know you.
Yeah.
You fucking loser.
You're not a part of this.
Yeah, you're not a part of it. Shut the fuck up. And if you enjoy their music, enjoy their music. They don't know you. You're not a part of it. You don't have to pick. They're not even asking you to pick.
Yeah.
Having said that, Certified Lover Boy is projected to sell 500 to 625,000 opening week.
Really? Well, I know that Kanye doing the 2 days delay hurt him a lot.
Yeah.
But I seen that the first 2 day streams were pretty close.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the weeks were.
You want to guess? It is Certified Lover Boy is the highest streamed album since blank. Can you guess what that album is?
Probably another Drake album. So
it's not his.
It's not Drake?
Nope.
I have no idea. What?
Folklore.
That makes sense. You know what? That makes sense.
826,000 opening week. Drake is the highest since then, and he's only projected at most 625K.
Holy
Drake.
Shit.
Yeah.
It is crazy how much he sells.
Who made who famous,
No.
Crazy. It is fucking crazy, though, man.
Yeah, it is crazy.
But,
she is incredible.
She's a goat.
Famous. Yeah.
She's goated.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to bring that up because I think that's so stupid how fans feel like they have to throw themselves into that beef, even though it has nothing to do with them.
Yeah.
The artist you stand over isn't even asking you to do that.
Yeah.
So, why take it upon yourself to...
I don't even like the polls of, which album do you like, or who had the better album, Drake or Kanye. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, and that's, again, why I wanted to clarify that when I brought up both of them. And it's not because we're pinning them against each other, but there are two big albums that released in the span of a week. Yeah. I don't care what's personally going on between them. I'm not taking sides.
Right now...
They're both artists I enjoy dearly.
Yeah,
so
right now, I love...
both.
Right now, I love Donda.
Yes.
I think in the future, I'm going to pick about 2 or 3 more songs, and they're going to be some of my favorite songs of the year from Certified Lover Boy.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. And, so I'm glad we was able to talk about that, because, again, Donda did release the day of the recording of our last podcast.
Yeah, so we talked about it a little bit,
so,
but we literally just, rushed, listened to it, and then...
Yeah, we wasn't able to go in depth on it. And I do appreciate the fact that, like, you know, if you guys watch this and you stick through our reviews, because we're in no way, like, critics or, like, no in-depth shit. But I hope y'all do appreciate the fact that we're just normal people who have opinions on this shit. Like, we're not going to tell you shit about the synths or the drums or the, like, we're just telling you how we feel. And, you know, I hope that's relatable. Yeah. But if not, suck a fucking dick and watch something else. Talk about it on your own podcast. You know? But to take it away a little bit from the Jammin segment, we do like to talk about current events. We mentioned...
Kind of.
We've been pretty fucking good lately. This episode alone, we mentioned the abortion stance.
Spider-Man.
Beyonce, Spider-Man, Zendaya's birthday, Donda, Certified Lover Boy. Yeah. We've been on the fucking mark today. So you shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but usually we're not. Whore. We've made it a point to be a little more topical in about the last 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Including this one. Last 3, including this one.
Yeah. I can't believe we went through that entire discussing of those 2 albums and didn't even mention Drake calling himself a lesbian.
We also didn't mention, like, Andre 3000.
Yeah. We don't have to go into all that. Yeah. But, holy shit, Drake's a lesbian. He came out of the closet.
Also, Andre 3000 working with Lil Baby.
Wanting to.
Yeah, wanting to. And can't wait to hear him on a Tyler project. God damn, I can't wait.
But in other big news, don't look at the screen yet. Look at me. Look at me. I'm not going to look at you, but you look at me.
Oh,
Did you hear about the man? Okay, I want you to guess. If you was going to buy a 5.5 foot long whale penis, how much would you pay for it? You got to know if 5.5 feet of anything is going to be a little costly. How much are you willing to pay?
I have no idea. I don't know anything about that. I don't even have a comparison. I'm assuming by the way that you said it, it's expensive. So I'm going to say $500. That seems cheap. It seems on the lower end. I think I'm lowballing this. No pun intended. But I think that... How much?
Look at the screen.
I thought it was going to be... Honest to God, I thought it was going to be like 1,000, maybe 1,500 to 2,000 max. And I was going to say, holy shit, that's a lot. It's 6,000.
Before we get super into this, I do want to redeem something. Okay. I just thought about it after you got up.
You gonna do it?
I kind of missed, and my hair is fucking soaked now. That was a lot worse. That was a lot worse than the first one. I have nothing to wipe it off.
All right. So this whale penis.
First off, doesn't this look like a guy?
Yeah,
that would buy 5.5 feet worth of penis from a whale.
Yeah, absolutely. That looks like a carrot.
It really does.
It 100% looks like a carrot.
It really does look like a carrot.
That doesn't look like a whale penis.
Talk about a tall order. A 5.5 long stuffed whale penis recently sold for $6,000 at an auction in the United Kingdom. Mark Wilkinson, a specialist at Sorters, which auctioned off the giant pecker at its second annual Out of the Ordinary auction, told Atlas Obscuria, "It's basically the height of myself. And at its thickest, the phallic is 1 foot wide. 18 pounds. Okay. So, how good would it be to get this guy on the podcast? You know how fucking great that would be? Because this is a guy that I would have never even known about.
Yeah.
If he didn't purchase a 5.5 foot whale dick.
What
is he going to do with it?
What is his song of the week?
What's his song of the week?
That's what I want to know.
What is it?
That's always what I wonder of our guests.
You know what would be so fucking funny? have on somebody like him who is obviously known for one thing. Mm-hmm. Nobody knows him for anything else, not even his family. They just know him as the big well dig guy.
Yeah, and then never bring up that.
The purchaser of the big well dig. Yeah, not just he has a big well dig.
The big well dig guy.
You know how funny it would be to have him on and not ask him shit about the well dig?
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be great.
Like, I've always thought about what if we had like Kevin Durant on and we didn't talk shit about basketball?
Nothing about basketball.
Nothing about basketball.
Yeah, it'd be hilarious.
Yeah, I think it'd be so goddamn funny to have people on like that. Like, we could have like fucking like Bill Clinton on. Not ask him anything about Monica Lewinsky. Not ask him anything about being a president. Yep. Just be like, so what do you do?
What's the song of the week?
Yeah, like, who are you? Like, what do you?
What music do you listen to?
Yeah. Just nothing about what they're known for. And I think that'd be so funny to have this guy on here. Because his claim to fame is just buying a big whale dick.
Yeah.
This dude...
I wonder how hard it is to, like, contact him.
It can't be that hard. Obviously, this guy has some stance, because he can shell out $6,000 for a whale dick.
Yeah.
I can barely do that for a fucking car right now, because we're getting 20 viewers a week. Yeah. So, I cannot afford to do that. So, this guy has to do something to where he can afford. Yeah. He has went beyond the point of fuck you money, and he has big whale dick money.
He got big whale dick money.
And I wonder why that whale? Like, is that big for a whale dick? Because I thought elephants had like 6-foot dicks.
I've never thought to look up the biggest dicks of animals.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's...
Do you know? Have you ever looked that up for like people though? No homo?
No.
Yeah?
No, I haven't.
You gotta type in no homo after. Okay, I saw Michael Jackson's brought up in this. Wilkinson said that when auction goers described what it resembled, they thought it was a carrot or a parsnip.
Yeah,
you know your dick carrots.
Yeah.
Sorters, which is known for its quirky auctions, has also so it's just talking about shit it sold. And that's why Michael Jackson brought it up. I thought they was going to say Michael Jackson was a previous owner or something.
Yeah.
The colossal member is from the late 19th century and was sold by a private collector who had it for about 20 years, according to Atlas Obscuria. He said fishermen and sailors used to store tobacco in large penises to keep it moist during long trips.
It weighs 18 pounds.
Why would they couldn't use another body part to keep it moist? Are dicks just known as like the Yetis of body parts to where it keeps things like...
Yeah.
Like they couldn't have used literally anything else.
No.
They were just like, we gotta... That's so goddamn weird.
Yeah, people are weird, dude.
That's so goddamn weird. It kind of makes me think about people fucking... Manatees.
Yeah.
Yeah, because apparently that's where the lore of mermaids come from.
Yeah.
Is people just hauling up manatees and butt fucking them.
Yeah.
Because they said they felt the most human-like.
Which means they've tried others.
They tried others. It wasn't their first destination. A manatee was not their first destination, but it was their last.
It means that they
found it.
It means that they've tried others to the point where they were like, manatees are the most like.
Yeah.
And that also means that, like, they got pussy. Too.
What?
Because if they know that, like, what it's the most like.
Oh, yeah, they've had...
Yeah.
Consensual or not, pirates that get pussy.
I forgot.
Yeah, pirates are kind of known for pirate shit, you know, and it's
fair.
not all consent. 90% of pirate shit is not consensual.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they knew what it was like, and then they just compared animals. And manatees were most like.
I'm trying to...
So that's where mermaids come from.
Yeah, because I've always heard of the old adjective that pussy is like pizza.
Yeah.
And even the worst pizza is still pizza.
Yeah, it's so good.
So I wonder why they were so picky about that. You know, like why were they just like, well, the manatee is like the pinnacle of good pussy.
It doesn't apply for sea lions. That's not pizza.
Yeah, and I'm assuming an octopus isn't gonna give the best shit, you know? I don't even know if they have a pussy or where. I just know they have a beak.
Yeah, the beak is
the
crazy.
most fuckable part of them has a beak, so I don't think maybe that was on their stop. Because, I mean, people have obviously ventured through some shit.
Yeah.
Like, at first, people thought tomatoes were poisonous.
Yeah.
Somebody had to try it to figure it out.
Yeah, and then someone just ate a shit ton of them on stage and then was like,
Huh.
called your bluff.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I don't know. We're a very adventurous group of people.
Who did the first person to ever try a tomato? Were they allergic? And that's why they were like, oh, that shit's poisonous.
No, I think everything in history has been a fucking lie.
Yeah.
I think somebody told somebody that because they had some dick come through and eat all their tomatoes, and they're like, hey, you got to stop. Those are poisonous. They're like, well, tomatoes are poisonous. They're like, yeah, don't eat them. They're poisonous. Mm-hmm. When really he was just like, I need to grow my goddamn tomatoes because I want to make some fucking pizza or my calzone or whatever people in the medieval times made. And it just kind of stuck. So I think everything in history has been a fucking lie to just because people are too goddamn stupid to know the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I absolutely could see that.
What do you think? Like, if you was just assuming, what animal would you assume has the best pussy?
I've never thought about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could have thought of 1,000 questions you'd ask me this week.
Yeah.
This isn't one of them.
Animal pussy isn't one of them?
No.
Yeah.
Who has the best animal pussy? No, I don't know. Do you have an answer?
Assuming a sheep. Thanks for Jammin.
I was going to do that, but...
I gotta assume, I think a lot of the times when people are busted for fucking animals, it's like sheep or goats. Because they got the most cushion, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why you'd want to feel hair, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm assuming that's got to be it. I mean, I don't know. I think the most fucked animal, probably a manatee. Manatees have probably been ran through by human beings.
Yeah.
But second to that, I want to say a horse.
Mm.
People have literally died from horse fuckings.
Yeah.
But that's not because of puss. That's, people are getting dicked down by horses. You ever hear about that one person, like...
Whatever you're about to say, no, I have not heard about this.
This one guy, he was a businessman.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I'm not just setting up he walked into a bar joke.
Yeah, this sounds awful.
This businessman took his family out to a business meeting he had in another state. They stayed at a hotel and stuff. And the guy went to his business meeting, left his family at the hotel. Police come back and have to tell the family that the husband is dead due to internal bleeding. And it is because that guy was a part of a bestiality group, and they met up in that area to get fucked by a horse. And he, they all took turns getting fucked by the horse, because apparently when you get fucked by a horse, you're supposed to have assistants to make sure shit goes right, to set you up and shit. I'm assuming.
No, keep going.
But this guy, he got a little selfish. And while everybody else was asleep, he went over and fucked the horse. And he got fucked by the horse. And the horse punctured his internal organs and he bled to death. So the police had to go back and tell his family this. And see, that's what I mean.
I have two questions.
I have a lot of surface knowledge about shit that people don't care about.
I have two questions.
Okay.
One.
It was me.
Why do you know this?
It was actually on another podcast.
Two. What kind of podcast do you watch? Because
I swear to God, I think Chris DiStefano said it.
No way.
I swear to God, I think he talks about it. Because I walk around with a lot of weird surface knowledge.
I do too.
Yeah, I don't know why I know shit. A lot of things I know about.
Yeah.
I'm just a curious person.
Yeah.
Not to the point where I'll go get fucked by a horse, but definitely curious enough to where I would like to know what the best animal puss is. Not that I'll ever try it, but I've always...
I don't like where you're going with this.
I'm a curious person.
I don't like this.
Especially, like, in a totally different thing. I don't want people to think that I am comparing midgets to animals, but I have been so curious on how it would feel to fuck a midget. You know that thoughts crossed your mind one time, right? Right?
I did.
You know that?
I did.
You did?
I would do it.
Oh. I was like, holy shit. I don't know what I was about to look up. I am definitely not looking up anything related to bestiality. I am probably... My internet history is already in question as it is. But, yeah, I mean, that would be... That seems fun.
What's the legal...
Vern Troyer?
The legal size of a midget. Like, what's the, like, cutoff? Like,
are you inferring that there is illegal midgets?
Yeah, what's it illegal midget?
I think
what's a tall, like, what's not a midget and what is?
I think at under 4'11", I think you are considered a midget.
Yeah. Yeah, I would bang someone 4'11".
I'm talking midget.
I know, but I'm just saying, like...
You know, Danny DeVito's like 4'10", right?
Like I said, I'd bang a midget.
4'10", my bad.
Oh, okay.
Dwarfism is generally defined as an adult of 4'10" or less.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 4'10". That seems kind of high. Because I mean, when I see someone 4'10", I'm just like, oh, you're Kevin Hart. I'm not like, oh, you're an actual fucking dwarf. You know. Like, oh, or you're one of the best parts of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
It's not,
or you're the penguin.
So it's not that far off, but like 4'3". Would you bang someone 4'3"?
Yeah. I do. You can keep going lower in number. And is yes.
That's 2 foot shorter. Like 4'4", 4'3".
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
2 foot shorter? Like, yeah.
I think what? Hold on.
What's the shortest person? Oh. 5'2".
Yeah, Nicki Minaj is like 5'2". She's like 4 inches away from being a legal dwarf.
I'm not going to lie.
137 pounds, though.
I'm not going to lie. She's way shorter. Or way taller than I thought she was.
Really? So you thought she was an actual dwarf?
Yeah, I really did.
Yeah, she's like 5'2". She's like Kevin Hart size.
Yeah. Once she posted those pictures of the ones that I showed you that I said she looked like a
legitimate midget.
Yeah.
We can't say midget anymore.
No,
right?
no, that's why.
Little person.
A legit.
To me, that sounds a lot worse.
I think so as well.
I'd rather be called a midget than a little person.
Yeah. I want to meet.
I'm also neither, so.
Yeah. I want to meet I guess the PC term is little person, and ask them what they feel is the better term. Look at what the shortest person...
Oh, I think it's like 2 foot something.
2 foot? No. No. This isn't what... No. I wanted almost the complete opposite.
I really wasn't wanting a picture. According to TMZ, Roberto Esquivel Cabrera weighed what is believed to be his 18.9-inch member on camera at his home in Saltillo, Mexico, and it came out at 2 pounds. I don't know how much my schlong weighs.
I've never even thought to weigh it.
But if someone's schlong that's pretty much 19 inches long weighs 2 pounds, I cannot imagine how much mine doesn't weigh.
2'9" is the shortest person ever.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that sounded right. Whoa. That means this dude's dick is over half of that person's body, like, height.
Yeah.
Man, that'd be a crazy combo.
No.
Oh my God. That would be a crazy combo. Roboto.
Get it out of your head.
And who's that person?
Who? The short person? I fucking know
No.
Oh, come on. You don't even give them props for being the shortest person?
Nah.
I don't know all this other shit. Okay. That's just tough.
No.
Dude.
I don't want to see it.
I actually know a decent amount about this guy. I've actually watched a video on this guy.
Of course you have.
His dick was so big, and I know you've heard about it too because of this. His dick was so big that he drew disability.
I haven't heard about that.
Yeah, he genuinely could not work because of how big his dick was, and they was like,
props to him.
well, and they was like, hey, we'll help you. We'll pay for your surgery to reduce your dick. And he was like, wow, I have the biggest dick on earth, and I don't have to work because of it.
Yeah.
Why would I want to have a dick reduction?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Yeah.
Why would you?
No, you'd never.
I can't imagine an erection is possible. Unless the dude's got a blue chew. Hopefully a future sponsor.
Hopefully.
Just get a blue chew in this guy. Maybe 3. This guy's probably going to have to take more than 3.
I don't know.
At least more than 1. I got to take 1 and it just... So that guy's probably up to...
Not a sponsor. Hopefully a sponsor.
Yeah. Wait, what'd you say?
I said not a sponsor. Hopefully a sponsor.
Yeah.
Yes. Hopefully a sponsor. Yeah.
Yeah. So for the sake of time, I just wanted to mention that there are people out there who can afford a $6,000 dick, and I hope after this you go home and think about how much is your dick worth.
Yeah.
You know?
And not everyone that watches this is a male.
Not everyone.
Yeah. So for the females, what's the most
dick?
the most worth of a dick that you've had? Right? Is that the way? I don't want to say the most expensive dick you had.
Yeah,
that just
sounds like
you're
buying
bought it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the most worth.
There's got to be a better way to do it.
What dick have you had that has the most worth?
And would you pay $6,000 for it?
$6,000.
And have you ever had a dick that's 5.5 foot long?
No way, right?
Or, hey, don't be homophobic. Even our male viewers can have dick.
That is true.
Our male viewers can get dick.
You're right.
So even if you're a male viewer, what is the biggest dick you've ever had? Send us a picture on Twitter of the biggest dick you have ever received, and we'll retweet you.
I thought you were gonna say William Bear.
And we'll DM you back with pictures of our slongs side by side. And we'll have a sword fight in the next episode.
William Bear.
I know there's a lot of podcasts you can pick sword fights with. I'm glad you picked ours. Before you guys...
The normal stuff.
Yeah. Before you guys go, remember to go check out Coach Cam. Go follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Please go like and subscribe our shit. Go leave reviews. But I will say today, if there is one thing that you do today and you only want to do one thing, please go check out some of the links in our description. Go donate to the Lilith Fund if you got the spare change. Honestly, all the other stuff takes a back, has to take a step back for that shit. You know, it's never a bad time to stand up for women's rights. So, yeah. Go read about it if, because I know all of y'all aren't just mindless sheep. So, if you want to learn more about it, or you disagree with me and you just want to learn more about it, read any of the articles we have posted.
And even if you are a mindless sheep, read about it.
Yeah. And stop. And, donate what you can to the Lilith Fund. They're over there doing great shit. So,
yeah. Thank you.
Peace out to everybody except Greg Abbott.
Dork of the week.
We need to start bringing that back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dork of the week is Greg Abbott.
Dork of the week.